Good morning from Cartagena, Colombia. I'm heading to Santa Marta today, and I booked a shuttle to go there, and then they just never messaged me telling me when they were coming to pick me up, so now I'm trying to rush to where they're saying they're coming to pick me up at. It's kind of a fiasco. Not too thrilled with that right now, but hopefully I'm gonna make it. So I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so I made it to Santa Marta. That was a bit of a... It was interesting. I'm gonna go check my hostel and then I'll just kind of catch you up on kind of the ongoings of this morning. So I'm in Santa Marta. I'm actually going to get some dinner right now. I've been here for a couple of hours. I checked into my hostel. It's called República Hostel. They are actually a chain in Colombia. They have hostels in Santa Marta, Cartagena, Bogota, and Medellin, I believe. That may be one of my favorite cafes I've ever been to in my entire life. It was pretty fantastic, I'm not gonna lie. So this little square that I'm in here right now, right where I got food at, is called Parque de los Novios, which is a pretty hopping place at night. Lots of restaurants and bars and, you know, things like that. A lot of people just kind of hanging out. It's actually a pretty cool spot right here in the center of the historical center of Santa Marta. Good afternoon from Santa Marta, Colombia. So I mentioned yesterday when I first got in here off the shuttle, I traveled with a company called Marsol, and they're pretty popular around here for shuttles. But I said that it was a bit of a hassle getting here, and I'm going to explain kind of what happened, and I kind of actually discovered why it was such a hassle yesterday. So I booked my shuttle through a company that was supposed to pick me up near my hostel to take me to where the shuttle was, just to leave at like 10 a.m. And they sent me an email and told me that they had driven by a pickup point, and I never knew that there was a pickup point. Like, I never got an email about it, so I actually had to run really fast yesterday morning to get to where the company, you know, picks up from. And I'm going to put this very honestly and just bluntly, it was a bit of a clusterfuck, honestly. And luckily I ended up getting there and getting on the bus, but anyway, it turns out that they do send an email the day before you got, and it went to my spam folder for some reason, so I never saw it until today. So it wasn't actually really their fault, it just, for some reason I just didn't get the email in my regular emails. So it's fine now, like I'm here. I'm back in Parque de los Novios. I'm gonna go to a cafe up here and just get a smoothie because, you know, I just want something fruity and delicious to drink right now. This is seriously like my favorite cafe I've ever been to. It's incredible. Really loud. Anyway, yeah, so I just got that smoothie. It was like mango, passion fruit, coconut milk, and cranberry juice for 10,000 pesos, which is $3. $3 US, which is like an amazing deal. So, such a good place. Anyway, this trip to Santa Marta was kind of last minute. Like, I decided like the day before I was coming here that I was coming here. So I didn't make any plans. I wanted to go to Tayrona National Park, but it turns out in order to go to Tayrona National Park, you need to get a yellow fever vaccination, which you don't need in most parts of the country. You don't need it. But if you want to go to certain parts in the country, Tayrona National Park being one of the places, you need to get a yellow fever vaccination, which I don't have. I didn't get a yellow fever vaccination. I didn't think I'd need it. So I'm not going there this time around. They may have to wait for next time, unfortunately. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to do today and tomorrow and trying to sort out some plans for that right now. Down by the ocean here in Santa Marta now. Honestly, there isn't a ton to do in the city of Santa Marta. There are lots of great hostels here and a lot of good restaurants and cafes and stuff like that, cheap food. it's cool for that. Really, the reason why people come here is because there's tons of stuff to do around the city, outside of the city. And I was gonna try maybe go to the Playa Blanca today, but the weather's kind of like not so great. It's starting to rain, it's really cloudy. I'm not gonna go there if it's not gonna be nice weather, but I'm planning on doing a tour tomorrow. But like I did with Cartagena, I kind of wanted to give my first impressions of Santa Marta as a city. Not anything outside of it, because I haven't been outside of it yet, but I thought maybe just the city itself. You're coming here to base yourself here and explore the surrounding area, which is, I think, what pretty much everyone does. As far as prices here, it's very similar to Cartagena in prices. There are tons of hostels here, like tons of hostels here. I'm staying at a hostel called República, which is like right in the historic center of Santa Marta. Very well located if you want to have easy access to supermarkets and shops and restaurants and all that kind of stuff. And you can book tours from here. I think I'm paying about like $9 a night, $9 US a night for my hostel I'm staying in, which is a little bit more than I paid in Cartagena, but like $1 more. It just varies per hostel how much it's going to cost you. Food, like, again, probably a little bit cheaper than Cartagena. You could probably get some cheaper food here than in the tourist part of Cartagena. I saw meals as low as like 8,000 to 10,000 pesos, which is like just under $3. So not bad. I ate at a more expensive place, that cafe that I've gone to for dinner last night and lunch today. The smoothies are 10,000 pesos, which is about $3, and the meals are about $5 to $6, which, again, that's compared to US standards, that's still very cheap, and it's actually really good food. As far as things to do, like I was saying, there isn't a ton to do in the actual city itself, but the mountains are literally right there, and there's a ton of cool stuff you can do. I was looking at doing some like motorcycle tours. I don't think I'm going to do a motorcycle tour this time, but I will be coming back here, I'm sure, because it's just so much. So you have Tayrona National Park, which, like I said earlier in this video, I can't go there because I didn't get a yellow fever vaccination. So if you want to go to Tayrona National Park, you have to get a yellow fever vaccination before you go. So keep that in mind. I would really like to do that. The beaches there are apparently some of the best in all of Colombia, so would definitely like to check that out at some point. There's a town of Minca, which is up in the mountains, and that looks amazing as well. So tons of waterfalls and things you can hike to. And then there is the Lost City hike, which is a city from like the native people who lived in Colombia long before the Europeans came here. You can hike to, which is like a 4 to 6 day trek or something like that, which I would love to do someday as well, but I don't have the time for that this time. Beaches here in Santa Marta aren't really that nice. There are a couple beaches in the city. I mean, they're nothing special. That's really why you go to places like Tayrona National Park, because the beaches there, I guess, are just like pristine white beaches, like Caribbean beaches. A few interesting facts. Santa Marta is the oldest remaining European settlement in Colombia. I can't remember the exact date of that. I'll put it on the screen so you guys see which date it was founded by the Spanish. And the tallest mountain in Colombia is actually not that far away. This way, towards the mountains, inland, south, is the tallest mountain in Colombia, which I believe is 18,947 feet tall. So really tall. It's like permanently snow-capped, glaciers and all. That would be amazing to see someday. So yeah, a few interesting facts. And I think, you know, it's an alright city. I mean, there's the thing I love about it is it's affordable, and yeah, I mean, there's tons of food options and cafes and great hostels, and the weather's great as well. So if you really did a bit more planning than I did and had a bit more money, you could spend a long time here just doing stuff and going on excursions all over the place around here and seeing, all the kinds of stuff there is around here. Between Tayrona National Park, there's a town called Taganga, which is it's a fishing village, it's not that too far away. There's a town of Minca, and tons of waterfalls and hikes and things like that you could do. So there is tons to do here. Okay, so I'm gonna end today's vlog here in Santa Marta, going to get some food for dinner tonight. Not super exciting vlog, but I hope maybe it was somewhat informative for you, because, I had an interesting experience getting here on the shuttle bus, and then, kind of just provide my first impressions of Santa Marta. If you're planning on coming to this area, it's a pretty good place to stay and base yourself, but there's tons to do around. I'm heading to a town called Minca tomorrow to do some exploring, so stay tuned for the next view from Colombia for that video. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.